You might be thinking, hey Mike, silent shutter mode is awesome. What's the fuss about? I mean, it is a pretty cool feature for Sony Alpha cameras, and I also like to avoid that click, 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 click sound with my A7 IV when taking photos. And it is perfect in some situations. But hold on a sec before you go full ninja with your electronic shutter. There are a few things to consider that can impact the camera's performance. And believe me, well, I found it out the hard way. By the way, this might be a thing with other camera brands and models as well, but since I have mostly worked with Sony Alpha cameras, then I will just focus on my experience with the Sony A7 IV. If you didn't know, there's a big chance your Sony camera can go to silent shooting mode. You can access it in the menu settings right here. It's a feature that allows us to take photos without the traditional shutter click, which can be distracting or disruptive in certain situations. So without further ado, here are the reasons why the silent shooting mode should be avoided. The first reason is flickering. In certain light situations, you might experience flickering in your photos and videos. But why videos? Isn't the silent shooting for photos? I mean, I know, John, this is awfully strange, but the first time I noticed strange flickers was during a rehearsal for a music concert. First, I thought it had to do something about the shutter speed or frequency with the lights used at the venue. But even changing and tweaking the shutter speed and working with the concert lighting artists to go through all the lights one by one didn't solve the issue. Have you experienced this kind of issue? Let me know in the comments. At that point, I was checking every camera setting till I came across the silent shooting mode and thought to myself that since the concert is going to be really loud anyway, I don't need it enabled. After turning it off, I noticed that the flickering and lines in the photos and videos were gone. Here is the last photo I took with the silent shooting mode, and here is the one without it. So anytime you come across a scenario where the lights are flickering and you can't really figure out why nothing else works, this might be the case. If you're getting value out of this video, then don't forget to smash that like button. It will also help others discover this video. Now, the second reason is how it affects the front curtains for the sensor. Ever since Sony added these curtains for the cameras, I thought it was a cool feature to have because it can help to avoid dust getting in the sensor when, for example, changing lenses. But once you leave the camera on silent shutter mode, this feature is automatically shut down. With the silent shutter enabled, the curtains stay open and the sensor is left exposed when the camera is turned off. While putting this video together, I came across an article at Sony.com. And that mentions a long list of drawbacks when using silent shutter mode. It includes having no auto HDR, no flash, and picture profiles for specific cameras, as well as other things. I added a link to the article in the description if you want to check it out. Now, don't ditch the silent shutter completely. It's still a great option for specific situations, and understanding these drawbacks will help you to choose the right shooting mode for the situation and ensure you capture stunning photos with your Sony Alpha camera. And drop a comment and let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel for more camera-related content if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.